We're back. So good to be back. So good to be back. Anyhow, we'll start off with the Ukrainian national anthem. We've got to do that. Yes, the war still goes on, and it's very sad, very ongoing sad, and continues. So we're paying attention.
It's sad, and yet when we were just playing that song, I could just hear the spirit and the gusto that would be used with singing that song, and that's what I think we would all hope comes back again.
And neither of us can know for sure, but this is a country that has had a tough time with Russia through the years, and this is an anthem that comes out of ashes, comes out of struggle, and we really wish them the very best. We really do. To visualize in my mind that somewhere on the world there's this awful stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's not in a movie, it's not something on television, it's something that's real, affecting the lives of wonderful people.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm so glad you could all join with us.
We're so glad to be back.
And
out from under the fog of COVID. Well, kind of, sort of. Who knows what we're going to do.
Oh my God, you folks are terrific. I tell you, I mean,
We love the comments from this morning's little teaser.
We unveiled our brain fog and we're going through. And boy, did we hit a note for you folks too. And,
so thanks for excusing
and we appreciate that. You know, I mean, it's like.
And I love the comments about the little microphone, little sea urchin thingy. That was so much fun. It did look like a sea urchin. It did look like a creature or a tribble. Yes, I loved all those comments.
Do you like that little thing I was holding? If I was smarter, I would have held it just a little bit lower, and then you wouldn't have even seen it. You wouldn't have even wondered what the heck it was. But it was a microphone shielded in fabric.
Yeah.
To prevent it from picking up the sound of the breeze that was coming in off the water.
Yeah, it was a windy location. Beautiful.
I'm sorry to say it, but they call it a dead cat. They call it a dead cat. I've seen it.
I think they should change it to sea urchin. I think they should change it.
They've also called it a dead kitty.
It looks like a sea urchin. Or a tribble.
So it's like, anyway, if I'm really smart, like I've been in the last Sunday shows, I tuck that in a pocket or something so you don't see it. But I loved your comments. We loved your comments.
That was good. We're going to do a song that we haven't done before on this show.
She and I have never done this song. This song comes from my first CD. This comes from my CD of over... I don't know, what I went for 20 years ago or something.
Available at marknellandlovewell.com, by the way.
It's just a lovely song. It's a
lovely song. And you sang it with Emma on the album. It's so sweet.
My daughter Emma was in high school when we recorded it. And it's a big hit. It's a big hit for Emma. So
it's a beautiful song.
So Emma's moved on in her wonderful world in her life, and we've done it together. We did it over the winter. Last winter, we did it together on a Facebook Live show. When I was at Emma's house, we did it. But anyhow,
we're going to do it a little differently.
We're going to do it a little differently on Molly's birthday. So same key though.
The banjo.
And it's a wonderful song. This is a song. This is a real traditional old folk song, collected by Alan Lomax, and it's a song that is attributed to Negro black fishermen and the waters around Chesapeake, Virginia. It's a lovely song. You love it. We're bound away at the break of day. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. For the fishing banks we'll make our way, and we won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. Bye-bye, bye-bye. Oh, the ship is sailing around the bend. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. All loaded down with fishermen, and we won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. And I won't be home tomorrow. Oh, the stars are all churning around above. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. The ocean is a fisherman's love, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosianna. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. And I won't be home tomorrow. Well, the green sea days are by my side. Bye-bye, sweet Rosanna. And the ocean is a fisherman's life, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosanna. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. And I won't be home tomorrow. Oh, the stormy sea, is in a churn. Bye-bye, sweet Rosanna. So pray for me until I return, and I won't be home tomorrow. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye. Bye-bye, sweet Rosanna. Bye-bye, 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 and I won't be home tomorrow, and I won't be home tomorrow.
Isn't that lovely? Oh gosh, it's lovely. I've been enjoying learning that song when I've been listening to that CD he mentioned. Available at markallenlevel.com. That just because it's just so nice in my car. That's where I have a CD player, and I just drive around and listen to the songs and learn them. That's how I've been learning the songs. But that was just such a nice one to hear you and Emma singing together. It's just so sweet.
We all know how wonderful people follow Emma, but that song still has quite a following. It's really quite a following.
It's really sweet.
It really is, and when I to this moment, I remember when Jim Parr had his recording studio in the basement of a house, and we recorded it, and Emma was, just a high school kid, shy. It was the first time she'd ever been in front of a. I mean, she'd recorded, she'd sung and whatever, but it was
it's a different
first
thing
time
being in
for
the
a
studio.
Father and a daughter to do something together, and
So
what a
sweet.
treasure moment that is. So.
The lyrics were reminding me of a cool experience we had this week, which was when it talked about the stars are rocking up above, for the ocean is the fisherman's love.
Yeah.
Well, we've been hiding out because, when you got COVID, nobody wants to hang around with you. What's up with that? But, so, on 4th of July, we went and hung out at the boat so that we could be in the middle of nowhere, but in the middle of all the action, watching other boats, and then watching the fireworks on 4th of July, and then the stars. So that was reminding me of that. It was such a... we kind of felt like we were cheating with COVID. Because here COVID is not a fun thing, but at the same time we were like, all right, well, if we gotta isolate, we might as well isolate somewhere beautiful, and we sure did, man. That was a treat. That was a real treat.
And a dear one of my relatives said, Nathan Duraro said to me, Mark, he said, the best cure for COVID is to go out in your boat, sit, soak up the salt air, and
Yep. That's right.
Soak up the salt air and breathe it all, and
that's right.
put your feet in the water, and so that's what we did.
We're getting a lot of visitors here. I can't see the comments on my phone. It's a weird thing, but I'm gonna go over and just say hi to a few people over here.
Yeah, take a
I can
peek.
see who's. Whoa, look at that. We got a lot of visitors here. Aw. We got Eric and Velma and Dawn and Connie and Caroline and Sharon. Sharon stayed up. Oh my goodness. And Melissa. Yay. That's who we know that we can see. But I'm sure there's others here. We're saying hi to you all as well. So, Carol, Ted, oh my goodness. We are so glad to see you guys.
Thank you everyone for commenting. I mean, this is like so cool.
You guys are the best community ever.
Can you also
Seriously.
see we're curious, we're still trying to figure this out, but can you see the comments that you're all leaving on board here? Because I'm impressed.
Yeah, they're responding to each other. So,
Oh, good,
Yeah, so isn't it? That's so awesome. Aw.
Well, anyway, I mean, just to further just say that thank you so much for everyone's comments and help and support over the last week, because it's lonely when you're alone at home. You're in quarantine,
And you guys
can't-
were so supportive.
and you're trying to
Wonderful.
be helpful to your neighbors and your friends by not going around. And so it just gives me the whole reason we formed this whole program to begin with, and now we're getting another flavor of why we are so glad we do this. And the overflow of continual reasons that we say, I think we better do it again. Because anybody who's ever tried to deal with anything on your own personal life, you get your own doubts and you get your own wonders. Oh, I don't know if I can do this one more week or whatever. And every day we get messages, and
No, you guys are just awesome.
it's so sweet. It's so terrific. So looking ahead, obviously we're going to get past this COVID stuff, and next weekend there's a big to-do on Edgartown Harbor. We're having a catboat rendezvous, sailboats from all over southeastern New England coming to Edgartown to sail.
Catboats, hooray!
And
There'll be catboats on parade, right?
yeah, so we'll have a parade and a sail. It's going to be covered by the newspapers. It'll be covered, and we're really excited about it. We did it last year, and I had a ball. We all had a
I've
good
never
time.
gotten to do it. I'm excited.
And catboaters, we're not people in a rush. If you go look up Google. We're not fast boats. They're not. And some of us have auxiliary motors that aren't fast either. So it's like we're not in a heck of a rush. We're all, as I've said on the show before, we're already where we want to be.
Right on the boat.
We're on the boat. So this is a song that takes an old sea shanty and merges it with a couple of words about catboats. Ships may come and ships may go as long as the seas go. Every sailor man likewise, and daddy loved that boy and boy. Alas, the shore they do go, and that is pumped around. When your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing hey laddie ho laddie. Turn that capstan round and round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Well, I might take a trip on a clipper ship to China or Japan. In Asia there are ladies fair who love their sailor man. Well, Jack and Joe Palazzo, they'll buy the girls a gown. But when the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing hey laddie, oh laddie, turn that capstan around. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Well, I might make a way. Jack makes his way to some boarding house.
Rainbow.
Alright, let's try that again. When Jack's ashore, he makes his way to some old boarding house. He's welcomed in with rum and gin, and he's fed that pork and souse.
Oh boy.
Well, he'll spend and he'll spend, and he'll not offend until he's drunk on the ground. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Here we go. Hey, laddie, oh laddie, turn that capstan round. When the money's When Jack is old and weather beat, too old to roust about, at some rum shop they'll let him in at 8 bells, he's turned out. Well, he'll cry and he'll cry into the skies, I'll soon be homeward bound. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down, singing hey, laddie, oh, laddie, turn that capsule round. When the money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Well, Jack is home, and he's bought a boat, a catboat with a hole. The boatyard crew, they love old Jack until they found out how much he owed. Well, the stem is rotted, the centerboard trunk leaks, and the mast is cracked, oh boy. Today she's up on a marine railway, and tomorrow she'll be hauled away. Singing, hey, laddie, oh, laddie, turn that capsule round. The money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack Johnson. One more verse. So to all of you, dear mariners, wherever you may roam, when your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Last time. Singing, hey, laddie, oh, laddie, turn that capsule round. When your money's all gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down.
I don't know how many of y'all heard, but some of the brain fog going on in that song was attributable to COVID, and some of it was because the neighbors next door were suddenly deciding it was the perfect time to rev the loudest motorcycle.
Did you hear that?
You
Did you
could
hear the
hear.
motorcycle?
Maybe you heard it.
I'm trying to sing and then there's all this. Yeah, we love our neighbors. It's just they fully fill our lives with
That was fun.
adventure. Anyway, so here we go.
We got another song to sing,
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, another boating one?
Oh my God, yes indeed.
I'm surprised.
I want to give a shout out. I've got to give a shout out to all of you, obviously, folks, for your support, and we've already celebrated that as well. But I'd also like to give a shout out to a dear friend of mine who actually used to work here on Martha's Vineyard. His name was Will Sinnott, and he's a journalist, and he works for the New Bedford Light, which is a new newspaper in New Bedford. I'm sorry I'm going down this road, but I want to go down this road because it's a fisheries story that I want to share with you, his story. But the New Bedford Light is a brand new newspaper.
That's rare, right?
It's truly rare. And what's happened is that so many communities, maybe your community as well, has suffered from the struggles of newspapering. It's really hard to run a newspaper today, harder now than ever. The advertising support isn't there, and the readership is not there. And so it's really hard to defend democracy, because that's the only independent place you can get independent thinking. And the political world that we live in, and also the humane world we live in, where people look out for each other. So the New Bedford Light is a brand new newspaper that started up when the New Bedford Standard Times started to flounder. I'm sorry to say that. The New Bedford Standard newspaper, which was once one of the most celebrated newspapers in southeastern Massachusetts and New England, was celebrated for its journalistic quality, integrity. Well, many of the readers in the community, many readers in the community of New Bedford and the surrounding areas were disappointed. And there was enough energy, and there was enough enthusiasm, and enough hope, and enough stamina, because it's hard to run a newspaper. they came up with a new newspaper called the New Bedford Light, and you can look it up. It's all online, and I don't even think they print. I don't think there's a piece of paper you hold. But anyhow, Will Sinnott used to work at the Vineyard Gazette as a reporter, and he worked as a colleague with me, and we both shared a great affection for fisheries. And so it is a great satisfaction for me to see that he's moved on, and he's working for that newspaper. And I grab your piece of paper and a pencil because I want you to scratch something down. I want you to write down Mother Jones Magazine. How many of you already know that magazine? I'm sure many of you already know it. It is an environmentally sensitive, thoughtful magazine. Well, they reprinted an article that Will had written for the New Bedford Light. So here's a story. He writes a story for a daily newspaper, a digital newspaper that gets picked up by Mother Jones Magazine, which is one of the most respected environmental publications. And I know there are people in the audience who are going to shake their heads. But whatever your opinion is of Mother Jones Magazine, we have to have this conversation about the future of our environment. We have to have this conversation. And Mother Jones is one of those publications that's out there that's making a contribution, while many other publications aren't, because it's hard. It's just as what I was just saying. Well, Will wrote a story. I'm going to read the name of it. It's How Foreign Private Equity Hooked New England's Fishing Industry. Now, it just came out. It's a July issue. You can look it up. You can look up New England Fisheries. You can look up Will Sinnott, Sennot. You can go to the Mother Jones magazine website, and that article will jump out at you. And if you're having any trouble finding it, please let me know. Let me know, and I'll send you the link, because obviously this is a live program. We don't throw links.
Maybe even post it
we
in
don't
the
throw
comments.
links, and maybe even one of our friends on the who's watching the show will go do the Googling and post it in comments. But Will Sinnott is a nice young man. He's about the same age as my son, and as a credit to Will, he interviewed my son too. So it's like, my son's name is not in the article, but the beauty of it is, if you care about the future of fishing, if you care about the future of fisheries, if you care about the future of New England fisheries, you might take a peek at this. Take a look at this. It's a long article. It's a lot of well-researched, pulled together. And so I have to give a shout out to Will for doing this, because it's terrific. It's an uphill struggle to be truthful in the media. It's an upward struggle, and I don't have to tell you folks what you already know about the challenges that we are going through today that we weren't going through years ago, but we are going through today. And many would argue that democracy is seriously threatened by this. So anyway, take a peek at this article and give some feedback, and and thank you for allowing me to share in this important story. But I just want to jump into a song that I like to sing when I'm rowing a boat. On your boat. This will make you laugh. It's a recorded song. When I was a little boy, my mama often told me, and the chorus is easy. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. That if I didn't kiss the girls, my lips, they'd all grow moldy. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. The chorus is easy. Way, haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Do the chorus one more time. Way, haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. King Louis was the king of France before the revolution. Way, haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. But Louis got his head cut off. It spoiled his constitution. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. Last time, here we go. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe. One more time. Way haul away, we'll haul for better weather. Way haul away, we'll haul away, Joe.
I think that's a great rowing song. I can feel the rhythm of that. That would make rowing much more fun, that song.
Isn't it great?
That's great lyrics.
If anybody's been following very carefully, you know that I've done this before in front of a camera, or I've done this in front of a microphone, or whatever. It's a great song. Anyway, it's a terrific song. All right, so listen. All right, the other thing I wanted to, we got these other things on us. Let's go do Off She Goes. Let's do that.
Oh, okay. All right. Ooh, we got a new fun little tune we're gonna do together. You probably recognize it as like an Irish jig. And it's fun. Fun to play. Put in my little recorder. Hey, concertina, for all you concertina fans. It's here, it's in the house.
I just want to say, Seaman, we so appreciated your comment earlier, telling us, she's aware that we've had COVID and we're coming out of it. And she said, at any time you feel like quitting because you're exhausted, you can. That's what I'm thinking of, that generous thought that you just passed on to us. I think we're going to be all right so far.
We're okay. We might have had a little fog.
But I just truly love that thoughtfulness on her part.
Very sweet. All right, we ready?
There we go.
Ready? Because it's called Off She Goes, and next week we have a church gig.
We have a church gig. We're performing in a church.
Isn't that fun?
With a minister.
Good stuff. And we thought this would make a fabulous postlude. Which, for those of you who don't know about how church music is organized, you always need something to play at the end of the service when everybody's like gonna just go. And we thought, well, off she goes, off they go, and that's perfect.
Off she goes. Here's to all of you. Let's have a little ginger beer here. Toast to our friends.
Woo! Toast.
Thank you. Irish music. All right.
Oh, the neighbors are starting their music.
Oh, yeah,
we got competition.
So here's the scoop. Next Sunday, it's at 10 a.m. at the Federated Church in Edgartown.
Oh, no, 9:30.
I'm sorry, 9:30. Oh my God, 9:30.
I just learned it was 9:30.
Oh my God, correct me here. Program starts at 9:30. Federated Church in Edgartown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you. Boy, I'm glad we corrected me on that one.
Yeah, right.
And we're providing all the music for the service. And
Yeah.
the minister,
Pretty stuff.
Charlotte's going to do a service.
Yeah. And it's going to be live streamed for any of you who want to attend.
And yeah, and you can actually watch this from the pleasure of your home by visiting. All you have to do, it's easiest way probably is just Google Federated Church in Edgartown, and you'll come up with their website. I can tell you what the website is. It's called federatedchurchmv.org, and that will be broadcast at 9:30
9:30.
next Sunday.
Yeah. And I think we're playing five things.
I think it's an hour-long service, and there won't be a heck of a lot of moving of the camera around, so it's not like you're seeing us. You'll be seeing the minister.
We're playing a pretty song that we haven't played here. We're playing a really pretty song that's a hymn, but it's about being at sea. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for saying that. And also, we've been given permission. We can insert a few words. You know how when you sit in a church service and the choral group sings and the choral group stops and then they go on to the next part of the show, and then the choral group sings and the choral group stops.
You know we don't do that.
We don't do that. We've been given permission to give a little commentary.
Well, and it's nice to have a little background info for
something.
people to know what they're listening to. We're going to do the Mother Earth song, too.
We're going to do the Mother Earth song.
So that'll be fun.
As you already know, Mark and Molly don't come out of a box.
We come out of a CD.
Speaking
of which, we have a new little oh, there it is. And we have a new little scrolly message on the bottom, because not only can you get it through us, through our websites, you can also get it, there's a site called Bandcamp.
Oh my God, thank you for
You've launched your Bandcamp. I'm a little bit COVID behind.
I don't know how familiar you are with the service Bandcamp, BANDCAMP.com. They sell music for musicians, for artists, and all my 5 CDs are up and available for sale.
Bandcamp.com or Bandcamp app.
Anyhow, go to Bandcamp and look up my name. And Molly will be there shortly. She's cranking on it too. She's working on it.
I'm working on it.
We're all trying to find ways to make money in this wonderful, lucrative industry that we're involved in right now.
And even though it's not that lucrative, you can get our stuff streaming. So say you're out on the road and you don't have your CD player with you. The Spotify and Apple Music and Amazon Music, they all have our album too. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it's good.
And one, on top of the idea of how many people do you and I know who have cars with CD players, who come back and feed us that they listen to our music.
We have had a bunch. It's nice.
It's really kind of hysterical. I think it's hysterical, frankly. I think.
Yeah, we heard from our friend Peter just yesterday that we got him all the way through the state of Connecticut. He was driving and listening to us. Isn't that sweet?
You gotta love that kind of stuff. I think
it's fun. Very sweet.
So I think we've managed to pull this off post-COVID.
My goodness, yeah. We didn't fall asleep in the middle of this show. And we were joined by all of you wonderful people. And we're just, it's invigorating to us again to get your energy to, keep recovering and keep feeling better and be back again next week.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I mean,
Oh, I think we know what song this is. Oh, it's so good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining
us. Yeah, thank you. I mean, the dynamics of having you folks involved with us on a daily basis.
It's wonderful. You guys are a great community.
It's a great thing, you know. And our Patreon supporters who help underwrite the cost of these programs, you know,
Yeah.
they help. They're helping us.
Absolutely. All good people out there. And everybody who shows up. It's wonderful. Yeah.
We always finish with this song. If you're new to join with us tonight, welcome aboard. I hope you had a good time. We always finish with this song called Rolling Home.
It's a great one.
Not a more popular, beloved song that I've ever sung. Call all hands, mind the capstan, see the cable running clear. Spanish maidens, it is time to bid adieu. Happy time we've spent together. Happy time I've spent with you. Rolling home, rolling home. Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Like little sheets, I'm pulling those halyards. Let her off and let her go. Last verse, last song. Thank you so much for being with us tonight on this hot July summer night. You fill our hearts with warmth, you fill our souls with encouragement. It's just wonderful. Many thousand miles behind us. Sure.
We love you.
Love you.